where there's absolutely. Oh, they're sold out now.
Go down together.
Good evening. This is a meeting of the Township Committee, March 16, 2020. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied. Notice that this meeting was properly given by transmission to the Star Ledger, the Independent, and the Hubbard Times by posting at the Middletown Township Municipal Building and filing with the Township Clerk all on January 9, 2020. Committeeman Hybel. Committeeman Sedembrino.
Here.
Committeeman Snell. Here. Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Here.
Mayor Perry.
Here.
Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to honor our troops serving worldwide, defending our constitutions, freedoms, and way of life. Our first item on tonight's agenda, we have proclamations. For the record, we have a proclamation recognizing April 2020 as Alcohol Awareness Month in Middletown Township, a proclamation recognizing April as National Volunteer Month in Middletown Township, a proclamation recognizing April as Organ Donation Awareness Month, and a proclamation recognizing April as National Autism Awareness Month in Middletown Township. At this time, we have the approval of minutes. We have minutes for November 18, 2019 executive session, December 2nd, 2019 executive session, December 16, 2019 executive session, January 21st, 2020 executive session, February 3rd, 2020 executive session, February 18, 2020 executive session, and regular meeting March, February 18, 2020 executive session and regular session. And then March 2nd, 2020 executive session and regular session.
Motion to approve. Second.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve minutes. At this time, we have public hearing on proposed ordinance 2020-3287, an ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and establish a cap bank.
Any member of the public wishing to speak on public ordinance number 2020-3287? Seeing no member of the public stepping forward, move to close public portion and approve. Second.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt this ordinance on second and final reading. This time we have introduction of proposed ordinance 2020-3288, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of real property known and designated as tax block 1029 Lot 1 on the tax map of the Township of Middletown, County of Monmouth, State of New Jersey.
Motion to introduce. Second.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to introduce this ordinance on first reading with a public hearing to be held April 6, 2020. At this time, we have consent agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snell.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt the consent agenda. Now we have Township Committee comments.
Committeeman Sedembrino.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Comments will be short tonight. Just for everyone to be safe, please heed all the warnings of the governor and soon-to-be Township Committee that will be released this evening. What is happening is certainly very serious, and we need to shorten its lifespan as much as possible. So please listen to all the warnings and be safe. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeewoman Snell.
Thank you, Mayor. Just looking at all of us here tonight, and I know we'll all take care of each other, and we'll get through this fine, as long as we follow all the protocols and do what we need to do. My prayers go out to all our first responders who are sort of on the front line, and I hope they all stay safe. So that's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I echo the sentiments of my colleagues with respect to the first responders and, my appreciation for the administration and everyone who is putting together policies from all levels of government to try to really, overcome this crisis, this health crisis that, is a worldwide crisis. I do believe that with common sense and good procedures that, we're a very resilient community, and we will band together, and we will be stronger, and we will move forward, and we will all get through this together. Just one other thing. Look, I'm a parent of two children, two school-age children. Just a tremendous debt of gratitude to the Middletown Board of Education and the teachers to be able to put a technology program that quickly in place for home instruction. Today was the first day. My kids said it went great. I'm sure there'll be, there's going to be some days better than others, but just a tremendous job to do that and to make sure that our children are, continuing to see the proper education despite the challenges of the social distancing policy. So thank you to them. That's all I have tonight, Mayor. I know you will have a few comments about the orders.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. I want to echo the Deputy Mayor's comments about our teachers, our administrative staff, our school board. I see Joe Minnie's back there, member of our Board of Education. I want to thank them for their efforts. And I really have to say, all the feedback that I received today with regard to the virtual learning has been very positive, incredibly positive. I think it's a real testament to the efforts of the administration. Heidi.
Sorry.
Allergies.
Yes.
The administration. Now calling me Ted. So I just want to say, it is great to see the swift action taken. I had a lot of conversations with Dr. George on Thursday and Friday leading up to the decision being made. So I want to thank him for his openness and his ability to swiftly put into place virtual learning to continue to provide our students. And I think the most important thing to say about this truly is the fact that the students were remaining busy throughout what would be their normal school day, which was critically important to see. So I'm very grateful to all the administrators, the teachers, the paras, all the administrative staff that makes it all work with the Board of Education. So I want to thank you for that. Today, and for the last few days, this Township Committee has been deliberating along with our administration, and I want to thank, first and foremost, Richard Benedetto, who I think has had about 3 hours of sleep in the last 3 weeks. So, Rich, I want to thank you for your efforts. I don't know how your phone stays charged, but maybe a battery pack or something. But Rich, thank you, seriously. You're doing a great job. I know you're working the phones constantly. And to our entire administrative staff, to all of our department heads, we've met twice now. We met on Friday, we met again on this afternoon to discuss the contingency plans of the township and all the facets that come along with that. We have action, and I want to compliment the bipartisan nature that the legislature had today in several actions that they took to try and ease the regulatory burden and the financial burden on our businesses, as well as on our residents. So I want to thank them for that. I hope there's swift action, and I'm confident that it will gain the governor's approval in the next few days to ease those burdens that the legislature has put forward. But as I was saying, the Township Committee is taking steps. I, along with our OEM Director, Charlie Rogers, just signed this declaration of a local disaster emergency response. Within that, it defines all the precautions that I am implementing and this governing body is implementing that both coincide with some of the items that the governor has in Executive Order number 104. But first and foremost, I just want to say that as of 8 o'clock tonight, there is now a mandatory curfew in place for anyone under the age of 18 who is not accompanied by an adult 21 years or older from 8 p.m. until 5 a.m. each day, unless it is an emergency circumstance or travel is required for employment. So as of 8 p.m. this evening, that will go into effect. I want to thank Deputy Chief Stefanskis in the back there. I want to thank him for that effort. As well, I want to state that all public or private gatherings of more than 50 people at any one location is strictly prohibited. All buildings and facilities of the Township of Middletown, except for outdoor public park facilities, shall be closed to the public except in the case of an emergency. And all non-essential meetings of the Township of Middletown, its boards and commissions, are hereby canceled until further notice. I'll also note that this requires all supermarkets and applicable stores with more than 3 checkout lines shall within 24 hours establish at least 1 checkout line reserved for senior citizens of the age of 65 or older. And all non-essential places of business open to the general public shall remain only be open from 5 a.m. at the earliest until 8 p.m., which coincides with the governor's executive order. And when open, non-essential places of business with an occupancy of greater than 50 people shall be closed or limited to no more than 50 occupants at any one time, and shall exercise social distancing practices recommended by the CDC. So that will be going out and is effective immediately, and the curfew shall go into effect at 8 p.m. So again, the curfew is for anyone under the age of 18 years old unless they're accompanied by an adult 21 years or older, unless it is an emergency or with regard to employment. With that, I want to again thank all of our team members, our department leaders, our administrators for their efforts. We are not doing this because we want to. We are doing this because it is in the effort of the general good. First and foremost, our priority is that of public health and of public safety. So I am pleading with all of you here today and all the residents of Middletown and those who come here to work, please take this seriously. We are not doing this because we want to see our names in the newspapers, but we want to ensure that the public is taking this pandemic seriously, and that we work towards flattening this curve that we are seeing. Over the next few weeks, we'll determine, the next week or so, 7 to 10 days, will determine whether this elevates to the next level or not. So I beg all Middletown's residents and businesses to take this incredibly seriously. So with that being said, I'll open up the public comment. I ask that any member of the public wishing to speak come right up to the podium. State your first and last name for the record and your address. We ask that you keep your comments to 5 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll let you know that you have 1 minute left. And if you could begin to please wrap up your comments. That being said, any member of the public wishing to step forward and make a public comment. Dave?
Dave Lindbergh, 41 Hickory Lane. First, I'd like to show my appreciation for the Township Committee and staff for the leadership that you've shown. And all these ideas of taking this seriously are extremely important. If you traveled around on Saturday night, you saw the number of people who were out and celebrating in the restaurants and all over the place. And I think that there's, in particular, the younger of us don't understand that they're a part of this. And if only just to spread the disease, they don't recognize that their actions will have consequences. And secondly, I'd like to shout out to all of our health care servers, because they're the heroes in this, putting themselves in harm's way. And I got to say that they're conducting what they need to do, and it's very difficult, and I appreciate everything that they do.
Thank you, Abe. And just to echo what Abe said, the part of the issue is that there is this misnomer that wherever it comes from, whether it stems from the media or Facebook, social media, that younger people are not able to get this. And what we have seen in the last 24 to 48 hours is exactly the opposite of that. So over the weekend, from Friday on, I know myself, the deputy mayor, I've been getting phone calls and text messages and emails that kids aren't taking this seriously. And that is the exact way that we're unable to flatten this curve of exposure and of diagnosis, is if we don't take this seriously. This is not a vacation. This is not a vacation. And I cannot stress that enough. This isn't a time where we all go out and, find a new boyfriend or girlfriend. This is not the time for that. So I cannot stress that enough. Any member of the public wishing to step forward? Seeing no member of the public stepping forward, I'll move to close public portion and adjourn.
Second.
Committeeman Sedambrino.
Yes.
Committeewoman Snow.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Fiore.
Yes.
Mayor Perry.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Have a good night, everybody.